Are y'all ready to finally have an unbiased, a level-headed, a productive, a civilized conversation about Kendrick Lamar? Me neither. So Kendrick Lamar surprised everyone on Friday with the surprise release of his new album, if you want to call it that, immediately sending shockwaves throughout the industry. Social media was on fire. Kendrick Lamar posted a snippet to a new song, and then 15 to 30 minutes later, Elliott Wilson posted a screenshot of a track list, and this is not a drill. Kendrick dropped a new album. And Kendrick, being the serial killer that he is, the song that he posted a snippet to isn't even on this album, but we'll get to that later. So with this releasing, it's obviously been a lot of conversation surrounding this album, and we get a Kendrick that we haven't really seen before, at least in terms of his albums. Usually on his projects, he's given us that rapidy rap music, but on this one, he's clearly going for the clubs. He's clearly going for the bops, as the kids would say. I'm also like this in real life, and especially with this channel, I feel like I'm a very fair and reasonable person. Like with this album, it's some stuff that I love and it's some stuff that I like, but there's also some stuff that I dislike, and there's some stuff that I think is just straight up garbage. And I already know how Kendrick Lamar fans are. If you say anything about their Lord and Savior, they're gonna be in your comments like, but you're a Drake glazer, you're not culture, you're not like us. I have to do this Kendrick Lamar disclaimer in every single video. I have purchased multiple Kendrick albums. If I didn't like Kendrick, I would not put money in his pocket. I am a fan of Kendrick. I also like Drake's music. I just so happen to like Drake more, but I genuinely like Kendrick. But let's just get straight to it. This album has 12 songs. It comes in with a runtime of 44 minutes, which is the perfect length for me. I'm one of those fans that I am really tired of those 20 song albums. He starts the album off with whacked out murals and immediately pops off at everyone. It's kind of weird because I do really like this song. This is one of my favorite songs on this album, but he does multiple things that I don't like. Like, he's been doing this thing recently. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if he's like emphasizing his accent, but the way that he enunciates his words is just different today. Like, if you go back and listen to Section 80, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, and then you listen to this album and some of the newer songs he released, the way that he says his words, like, I don't know, when he does stuff like that, I don't really like that. And I also hate when he gets on these songs and he gives us these "your morals are messed up" rap, because you always contradict yourself. You always look like a hypocrite when you try to come off as the moral compass. And I already know what Kendrick fans are going to say, but he said he's not our savior. I get it, but a lot of his raps, he comes off like he's talking down to people. And like, I hate niggas that go to therapy. Like, people go to therapy and then they get out of it and they just think that they better than everybody. But I do like this song. He was saying a lot on it. At one part he says, I paid homage and I always mind my business. I made the, and then the audio cuts out, I never lost who I am for a rap image. To me, I took this as a clear shot at Drake. During the Kendrick and Drake battle, Kendrick had a lot of lines basically questioning Drake's character, basically questioning Drake as a man, basically insinuating that Drake lost himself for money, fame, women, whatever you want to call it. So to me, I took it as a jab at Drake. Maybe I'm reaching. And then he talks about the Super Bowl and how he let Lil Wayne down. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm team Lil Wayne when it comes to this. I feel like Lil Wayne should be the one, or should have been the one to perform at the Super Bowl, but I feel like that conversation is old. I feel like that topic is just beating a dead horse at this point. I also feel like, I don't want to say it was a jab, but I feel like a nod to J. Cole when he said he let Lil Wayne down. We all know the infamous J. Cole song, I Let Nas Down. And then Kendrick, like a line or two later, he says Nas was the only one to congratulate him, which for me, I say that's BS. I feel like Kendrick is one of those dudes that, like, he has to tell himself things to motivate himself. Kind of like Jordan, where he'll be like, oh, I don't like the way he looked at me, I'm gonna go out and drop 50. Because yeah, you did have people that was complaining, especially in Young Money. You had people complaining that Lil Wayne wasn't the one to perform at the Super Bowl. But I feel like a majority of people were defending Kendrick, and they kind of told Wayne, yo, stop bitching. And then in the middle of his boogeyman raps, he takes a moment to pander and takes a shot at Andrew Schultz for some reason. I caught that line the very first time I heard it. I rolled my eyes so hard. But outside of that, that third verse is incredible, and I feel like this was a really solid way to start the album. The next track, Squabble Up, I thought I was going to hate, but I really liked it. I definitely liked the full version more than the snippet that we got, because when I first heard the snippet at the beginning of the Not Like Us music video, I did not like it. I hate when Kendrick raps like that, like, woke up looking for the broccoli hotkey. I hate when he raps like that. Like, I get killed for this all the time, but I don't care. I still do not like Not Like Us, the mustard on the beat, hope, beat, both. Like, I hate when he raps like that. I already know in the comment section, you don't like it because you're not like us. The beat for this is crazy. The use of that sample at the beginning was fire. Kendrick isn't really saying a lot on this song, but it's not supposed to be that type of record. This is just supposed to be a vibe, club, feel-good record. I will say I do feel like he has a lot of lazy hooks on this album, but I do like this song. The next song, Luther, on first listen, I knew this would be one of my favorite songs. I thought Kendrick sounded great on this. And then SZA, I mean, SZA's pretty much a cheat code. I feel like anything SZA hops on just automatically sounds amazing. Like, I wouldn't be upset if we got a Kendrick Lamar, a SZA collab album, a little collab EP. It's not gonna happen, but I wouldn't be mad at it. The next track, Man at the Garden, off my first listen, I didn't like it, but it became one of my favorite songs. I love that chill and that mellow instrumental for this song. And then Kendrick, I know I criticize Kendrick a lot, I troll Kendrick a lot, but one thing I will never do is lie and say that that man can't rap. He is by far one of the greatest rappers of all time. I don't know what it is about Kendrick and killing third verses, but the third verse on this song is incredible. And it's multiple shots throughout the album, but he says at the end of this, why do you think you should be the greatest of all time, which can be taken as a shot at Drake and J. Cole. Now, before the battle, if you would have asked me, hey Nick, for this generation of the big three, what is your unbiased opinion and where do you rank them? I would say Drake, Kendrick, Cole. After the battle, we see what J. Cole did. We saw how Drake pretty much embarrassed himself and how Kendrick demolished him and embarrassed him for pretty much the entire 2024 at this point. My unbiased opinion would be Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Absolutely nothing has changed. Go ahead, downvote the video. Go ahead, put your hate comments in the comment section below. I don't really care at this point. Nothing's changed for me. But I can't believe I didn't like this song at first. Incredible. Damn, I'm an OVO Drake stan. Do I really like this album? Am I being too nice to Kendrick? Do I really think Kendrick started off this album going 4 for 4? At this point in the project, I'm rocking with it, and then he immediately ruins it with Hey Now. I do not like bop Kendrick. I've never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of Kendrick when he does these records that are clearly meant for the clubs. I've felt that way for years. Like a song like Goosebumps by Travis Scott, I think that is a great song, but every time I play it, as soon as Kendrick verse cuts on, I'm hitting skip. Put that pussy on a high horse. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. My personal favorite Kendrick song is Po Man Dreams off Section 80. I also love songs like Art of Peer Pressure, Feel, and Fear off Damn. That's the Kendrick I like, but I don't like this song at all. I do like the beat, and I do like the feature from Dodie 6. I think that's how you say his name. I don't remember who started this trend, but I hate when people don't put feature names on the album track list. Like, it looks like he added it later, but that's really annoying to me. So I don't like that song at all. That was the first miss for me on this album, but he bounces right back with the next song, Reincarnated. I recognize that Tupac sample immediately. Tupac is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I did so many projects on him when I was growing up in school. I do love this song, but it is weird hearing Kendrick rapping this kind of Tupac voice and flow. Like, I saw somebody on Twitter call him One Pac. Yeah, but man, again, Kendrick with the third verses on this album. This man was having a conversation between God and the devil. Kendrick is just a really talented writer. I've listened to this song maybe like 50 times at this point, and every time that third verse starts, I immediately get tunnel vision and I lock in. That's the Kendrick I like. And then we get the bullshit records. TV Off and Peekaboo, that's the Kendrick that I don't like. The song Dodger Blue was cool, just nothing special. Bro, I remember the first time that I listened to TV Off, I was so annoyed the first time that I heard this man at the top of his lungs screaming out mustard. Like, I get it's gonna be popular on social media. I already see it everywhere on the internet. I saw a video of a pastor even yelling out mustard. I hate that so much. It's so annoying to me. I pray that I never hear this song at a party. I hate the way Kendrick is rapping on this. I hate how repetitive that first beat is. I do like the part where Kendrick says, I hate a bitch that's hating on the bitch and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas and they both broke. If you ain't coming for chili, what you come for? I love that part, but the rest of this is terrible. That second beat is hard as hell. And that's the thing with this album. For most of these bop songs that Kendrick has, I wish that somebody other than Kendrick had these beats. Like, I think his name was Lefty Gunplay. He had like 30 seconds at the end of the song. That was my favorite part. Peekaboo is the worst song on this album by far to me. That song fucking sucks. I do like the feature on this song though. I don't know how you say his name, AZ Chike or something. I probably completely butchered that. I don't know who he is. But that whole, hey, that's my bitch. Garbage. Peekaboo is one of the worst Kendrick songs I've ever heard in my life. So he follows up the worst song of this album with the best, in my opinion, with Heart Part 6. Heart Part 6 is probably my favorite song on this album. I love the beat. That beat is so beautiful. I love the subject matter. I love hearing Kendrick talking about TDE and Black Hippie. And it's crazy because it's younger fans out there, they probably have no idea what Black Hippie even is. But Kendrick talks about his experience and how he feels like he's the reason why Black Hippie failed. I'm still upset that we never got that group album between them. I also feel like it's weird that people are using this song to try to dump on Drake, because did you really think, like seriously, did you really think Kendrick was not going to do a Heart Part 6 just because of Drake? Come on. The song GNX, I don't like this at all. That first guest feature, I think his name is Peso. I could be wrong. I like his part, but that's pretty much it. Like, I don't like the beat. I don't like the other verses. They didn't really do anything for me. I'm probably never coming back to this song. The last song, Gloria, was cool, but not something I'm gonna probably play a lot. Overall, I feel like this album is cool. Like, it's okay. I feel like I'll probably play 6 out of these 12 records on a regular basis. This album has only been out for a few days, and I've seen waves of people saying, this is the best album of the year. Hell no. Like with all things Kendrick Lamar, if Kendrick Lamar does anything, if Kendrick Lamar sneezes, people are going to say, wow, that was the most angelic sneeze I've ever heard in my life. Anything Kendrick does, they're going to say this is the greatest thing in the world. I don't even think this is the best West Coast album, let alone album of the year. I like Schoolboy Q's album more than this. I like Vince Staples' album more than this. I like Tyler the Creator's album more than this. And I don't even like Tyler. I like Kendrick way more than I like Tyler. I do 100% believe that this isn't the quote unquote real Kendrick album. And I feel like it's kind of been confirmed at this point, especially with the way that West Coast artists and producers are talking about this album. With everything that's been reported, it just makes sense that this isn't the quote unquote real album, or at least he has another album coming. Because I remember after the battle happened, there was a rumor going around that he had 2 albums waiting. He had one album that was kind of like the West Coast Bob album, and then he had another album that was the more traditional Kendrick album. To me, this just kind of confirms it. Like, this is great Super Bowl music. This is going to sound great at the Super Bowl. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he either announces, drops, or at least hints at his next album at the Super Bowl. I mean, February is going to be a big month for him. Whenever I do these videos, I always try to give my 5 favorite tracks on the album. So for this, if I had to pick, I would say Whacked Out Murals, Luther, Man at the Garden, Reincarnated, Heart Part 6. When it comes to Kendrick, when it comes to music in general, I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. I just know what type of Kendrick is for me. It's like Drake. I love Drake. Drake is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I'm not embarrassed about it. Drake is a shapeshifter. Drake is the man with no face. No face. You see bars going over your head. Don't ask me how. But like, I love the different versions of Drake, but the Drake that I don't like when he's on his UK London type of music. I don't like that. When it comes to Kendrick, I've never liked Club Kendrick, and I still don't. If I had to guess, I would guess Kendrick is going to sell somewhere between 375 to 425,000. At least as I'm recording this video, I haven't seen any projections. I could be way lower, way higher. That's just what I think. I also feel like it was a great and smart move by Kendrick not to put Not Like Us on this album, because if he did that, people could say, oh, he's milking the beef. Oh, he's milking the Drake situation to try to sell records. But with this not being on the album, you can't say that. Smart move. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We talk about a bunch of different things on this channel. What are your thoughts on this album? Let me guess. Instant classic, right? No, I'm just playing. But let me know your favorite songs. Do you think I'm tripping? Do you think I'm hating? Am I not cultured? Let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. Tell us when you love them. Till next time. See you in the next life.